What is going on, guys? It is your boy GamersGoon, and today we are here with the mock draft. Before I get the comments, why are you wearing the Buccaneers hat with the Trubisky's jersey? First off, this was the first hat that was next to me. Second off, Bears fan, obviously, and Patriots fan, obviously. And since Tom Brady's at the Patriots, or left the Patriots to the Buccaneers, I decided to buy Buccaneers hat. So that's out of the way, so no questions. No, I'm not jumping on the Tampa Bay bandwagon. I'm just supporting Tom Brady. Anyways, let's kick it right into the NFL mock draft 1.0. I will be updating my mock draft weekly leading up into the draft. That means today, Wednesday the 8th, next week on, what day is it going to be next week? The 15th, there's going to be a video. And then the last video is going to come out on the 22nd, the day before the NFL draft. So you're going to get 3 different mock drafts. They're going to be updated weekly. This is mock draft 1.0. Next week's going to be 2.0. And then we're going to get one final last mock draft heading on in to the NFL draft on Thursday, April 23rd. All right, enough of the talking. Let's get right into it. Let's give you what you came for. First, you got the Bengals on the clock. I'm sorry, Bengals fans. I'm sorry that you have to do this. But you're one of the teams I could see trading out. I'm not going to show you this right now, but if you go down in the comment or in the description, I will link you my NFL mock draft 1.0, and then as it goes on, we are going to build on it. So next week it's going to be like a 2.0, and we're going to get the second round added into the list, but it's not going to be in the video. But if you look at it, yellow means I can see it being, or for the teams, yellow means I can see it being traded. And the Bengals right now are listed as a yellow team with their first overall pick. I could see them trading it to the Dolphins because the Dolphins have 3 first-round picks. But I'm going to go about this as if there is no trades. Bengals, I could see it being traded, but I'm going to have you guys taking Joe Burrow, quarterback out of LSU. I think we all know that he is going to inevitably be the number 1 pick, whoever ends up with it. The Dolphins, the Chargers, the Bengals, the whoever. Somehow Chicago trades up. It's going to be Joe Burrow. Everybody has him going at the top of the mock. If you look on NFL.com, all 4 analysts that they are promoting, Daniel Jeremiah, Charles Davis, Pete Shager, and MJD, Maurice Jones-Drew, all have, my bad. MJD has Justin Herbert going first. I don't think that's going to happen. I love Justin Herbert because he's from Oregon, but no. 3 of the 4 have Joe Burrow going number 1 to the Bengals, and I imagine that is going to be the case. Next, we got the Redskins at pick number 2, and they should be thanking the football gods because they're being gifted a golden opportunity. They can do 2 things. Well, actually, they can do multiple things here. They need a corner, so they could easily go take best corner in the class, Jeff Okudah. They could fill their edge need with the best player in the class, Chase Young. They could, you know what? Let's forget Dwayne Haskins. They could say, you know what? Dwayne Haskins is not our guy. We found a better opportunity, and we're going to take Tua. We're going to take Justin. We're going to take Jordan. They have this great opportunity at the top of the draft. I think, I'm honestly going to be serious with you. I don't think it's been a question ever since they've known they got the number 2 pick, ever since they've known that Joe Burrow is going top of the draft. I think everybody is kind of like speculating whether or not they're actually going to go on with the big move and take Chase Young. But I think the Redskins are smart enough to realize Chase Young is an absolute steal, especially at number 2. That's very hard to say. Yes, you can get a guy like, for example, you had Laramie Tunsil. He dropped. That was a steal. Usually you get your steals later in the first round, maybe somehow in the second round. Maybe you get a guy like Antonio Brown before he was mentally crazy and did all that crap. Maybe you get him in the 6th round, maybe. But that's not the case with Chase Young. I think Chase Young is his talent is undeniable. I think any other year without the necessity for a quarterback with so many teams, I think it's easy for Chase Young to go at the top of the draft. And I think Chase Young at number 2 is a golden opportunity for the Redskins. Forget giving up on Dwayne Haskins. Forget getting Jeff Okudah. Forget building your offensive line. Take the best player in the draft, and that is Chase Young out of Ohio State. Defensive end, edge rusher, great player. Next, we got the Lions. Lions fans, congratulations. You are green. You guys just lost Darius Slay, and I'm going to give you a great player to replace him. 3 out of the 4, I don't know what Maurice Jones-Drew is predicting on his mock draft, but 3 of the 4 are taking Jeff Okudah here out of the Ohio State University. Obviously, if you've watched Ohio State football, he's a pretty dang good corner. He's one of them. He kind of reminds me a little bit of a Kyle Fuller. A little bit. But with that being said, Jeff Okudah, I think, is a great replacement for Darius Slay. But we'll see. Lions, I do not think you're going to trade the pick. I think you're going to stand pat and do what you guys got to do and take the corner to replace Darius Slay. Next, we got the Giants at pick number 4. And this is one that could go many different ways, really. They needed linebackers. They need safeties. They need offensive linemen. It's just a mess. Maybe they want a quarterback. Maybe they're giving up on Daniel Jones. The one thing I can say looking at their team is they don't need a running back because we all know how great Saquon is. So that's the only thing you can really count out here. They could use corners. But I have them taking Tristan Wirfs, offensive lineman. I got to get somebody to protect Daniel Jones and lead block for Saquon next year. Yes, you do have an opportunity to take Isaiah Simmons, a very good player, maybe the second best player in the class in terms of overall talent. But I think you gotta fix the offense, and help Daniel Jones out. So I have them taking Tristan Wirfs. Now we're getting into the fun part. Dolphins fans, you're at number 5. Your team is a yellow team. You know what that means? It's possible that you guys trade up. You might go out and get Joe Burrow, but I will guarantee you one thing. Your first pick in the NFL draft will be a quarterback. Whichever one of the top 3 it is, I'm not 100% sure. It could be Tua, it could be Justin, could be Joe, depending on how great your front staff is and trading up to get Joe. But everything I'm hearing as of right now is that Tua is not a lock for the Dolphins. There's a lot of people saying he's going to be a Dolphin. There's also a lot of people saying he ain't going to be a Dolphin. By the way, why am I looking at Maurice Jones-Drew when he has Joe Burrow falling to 5th? Maurice Jones-Drew, you got to pick this crap up, man. I'm making a better mock draft than Maurice Jones-Drew. And less people listen to me than they do Maurice Jones-Drew. So that tells you something. But this is all over. You have people thinking they're going to take Justin. You have people thinking they're going to take Tua. Heck, they might surprise us all. They might take Jordan Love. It's all a possibility. But I'm going to have to say the Dolphins, instead of playing it safe and taking the guy they know they're going to get what they're going to get out of him, you take Justin Herbert, you know exactly what you're getting out of him. He's a high floor, decent ceiling guy, but Tua is a low floor, high ceiling guy, and I think the Dolphins are in the shop for one of those guys that could be a franchise guy. Not saying Justin Herbert's not going to be a franchise guy. I'm an Oregon fan. I love Justin Herbert. He will be a franchise guy, believe me. But I think they're going more for the superstar that needs to be there for the Dolphins, because the Dolphins have just been it hasn't been a good situation for Miami. I think you go with the superstar, take quarterback out of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa. Take him and go home, and you could be happy. Yes, he does have injury concerns. We've known how he's been hurt in the past. He's been hurt in the past 2 years, multiple different ways. But Tua is your guy, mostly because I don't want to see Justin go fail in a Dolphins uniform. I'm going to buy a Justin Herbert jersey when he gets drafted, so I'd rather it not be for the Dolphins. even though I do need a Dolphins jersey to add to my collection because that's one of the teams I don't have. But I'll buy a Tua jersey for the Dolphins. Yeah, Justin doesn't need to go there. Please don't take Justin, Miami. I would love to see Justin go 5th pick in the draft instead of 6th. But I think Tua is a more likable or more reasonable pick for the Dolphins. Next, we got the Chargers at pick 6. Chargers, how you feeling? How you feeling, people? I got y'all taking Justin Herbert, quarterback. It's going to be Phillip Rivers' replacement. You guys do need offensive linemen. You do need, what else you need? You need running backs because we're not sure how great your running back scheme is going to be this year. And if it was any indication what happened last season with Melvin Gordon sitting out, then you might be in some trouble. So maybe you go get a 4-year guy at the top of the draft, maybe a Jonathan Taylor. I think Jonathan Taylor is not even a first-round pick at this point, but maybe they surprise us. Maybe they surprised us. Chargers, though, I have y'all taking quarterback out of the University of Oregon, straight out of Eugene, straight out of Autzen. We got Justin Herbert. Great guy. Love him. I've given the man a high five in person. He's a great player. We love everything about Justin Herbert, especially when you watch the man weekly. It's just great stuff watching some Justin Herbert, man. Next, we got pick number 7. And this one is going to be interesting. There's a lot of people thinking maybe Derek Brown's going to go here to the Panthers. You got Daniel Jeremiah and Charles Davis thinking that Derek Brown's going to go here. Derek Brown is still not off my board as of right now, but one thing that is off their board that's not off mine is Isaiah Simmons. Like I said, in my opinion, he's the second best all-around player outside of Chase Young. I'm taking Isaiah Simmons if I'm the Panthers. The Panthers need defensive linemen, they need linebackers, and they need corners. I don't think there's... Yes, you can make an argument. Maybe you could get a Derek Brown here to fill the defensive line need, or maybe Caleb Vaughn, not Caleb Vaughn. Why was I going to say Caleb Vaughn Chasen? He is far from being in the top 10. He's going to be a first-round pick. Javon Kinlaw could be a guy, but I have you taking the second best player, in my opinion, in the entire draft, outside linebacker out of Clemson, Isaiah Simmons. And the thing about Isaiah Simmons is the man can run. The man can do everything. He can play coverage. You're getting a steal at number 8 with Isaiah Simmons. Cardinals, congratulations. You guys have 3 big needs. 2 of them are on the offense. 1 is on defense. I got you guys needing the offensive line and a receiver. And then on defense, defensive lineman. Cardinals. What do I got to say to you guys? Let's forget the receiver. Let's forget it. It's a stacked receiver draft. We got Denzel Mims in the second round. We might have Justin Jefferson. But you got some receivers later on in the draft that could be something special. You got Donovan Peoples-Jones. But somebody you don't have deep necessarily is offensive lineman. Jedrick Wills is on the board out of Alabama. I think it's a lock here. You got to get somebody to be able to protect Kyler Murray and help build the offense around Kyler Murray. You just invested in Kyler Murray, so obviously you need to continue to invest in Kyler Murray and give him the proper people around him to be successful. Something that this team doesn't do, Matt Nagy and Ryan Pace. You little idiots. I'm just saying, hey, you want to make a petition? Gamers Goon? Make him GM Chicago Bears. I'm just saying. But I got them taking Jedrick Wills, offensive lineman out of Bama. Next, we got the Jaguars. The Jaguars here are in an interesting spot. They have pick 9. They could go a lot of different ways here. They could take defensive linemen. They could go corner. They could go linebacker. They could go safety. They could go offensive lineman. I got them taking defensive tackle Derek Brown out of Auburn. I think Derek Brown here is a pretty comfortable position where I'm not going to sit here and say he was overdrafted. Derek Brown in the top 5, like some people are maybe considering doing, is Not a great selection if you ask me. Derek Brown is the best defensive tackle on the board if you ask me, but I don't think he's that great. But pick 10, I'm comfortable putting Derek Brown here for the Jaguars. Or pick 9, my bad. Next, we got pick 10, which is the Browns pick. Browns fans, I am sorry to tell you this, but it ain't going to be your year. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you say. It ain't ever going to be your year. You feel me? You guys need some defense. You need some offensive linemen to block for Baker Mayfield. And you know what? I'm going to give you an offensive lineman here. I'm going to give you a really good one at that. Out of Louisville, I'm going to give you Mekhi Becton. I'm not going to talk much more about the Browns. The Browns are just a team that underperforms even after people were like, oh my gosh, they got Jarvis Landry and Odell, 2 receivers that aren't necessarily superstars, but their personality and a few plays of their career made them much more famous than what they should be. Because you can't tell me that Odell's better than DeAndre Hopkins. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He's not even close. He's not even top 5. Browns, just put it behind you. Jets, number 11. I've been consistent with this. I have every team with a young quarterback that does not have a good O-line. I have them take an O-line to protect that young quarterback. Yes, they do need some receivers. Yes, they might be able to use an edge rusher. But I am going to be the one to tell you, forget Jerry Jeudy. Forget CeeDee Lamb. Forget the corners on the board. No. Take your O-lineman. Your O-lineman is Andrew Thomas out of Georgia. Going into this year, there was a lot of people thinking he'd be the number 1 offensive lineman. Obviously, he fell a little bit, but you still aren't going to miss if you hit Andrew Thomas, especially with the 11th pick. I still think Andrew Thomas is an outstanding offensive lineman. Next, we got the Raiders. Raiders. The Raiders were surprising last year, to say the least. Cleveland Ferrell, Josh Jacobs. I mean, they are right, man. You feel me? But the Raiders, I don't see how you mess this up. Don't mess it up. I swear. Jerry Jeudy, Alabama, best receiver on the board. It's not CeeDee Lamb. It's not CeeDee Lamb. Jerry Jeudy, best guy on the board. You need a linebacker, you need a corner, but out of all things, you need a receiver to go along with whoever you get at quarterback. Because I don't even know if you have any trust in Carr anymore, man. I don't know. Maybe they go out on a limb and take, you know what, let's go Jordan Love. Let's go Jacob East. I don't know what they're going to do. But the Raiders, I have them taking Jerry Jeudy. Next, we got the 49ers. They got this pick via Indiana. Indianapolis Colts. This is a pick that I did not change once I switched the 49ers in Indiana, because Indiana, I had them taking CeeDee Lamb. They needed a receiver to go along with T.Y. Hilton. But the 49ers, I have them taking CeeDee Lamb also, because, let's be honest, the receiving core, Marquise Goodwin. Yeah. My point. The 49ers, obviously, we all know George Kittle, great tight end. But go get yourself a burner, man. CeeDee Lamb. He did not run as fast as a 40 as I thought he would have. CeeDee Lamb, I've seen this kid millions of times in college. I used to watch Oklahoma games this past season, and this kid gets open all the time. I don't know how he ran that slow of a 40. I thought for sure he'd be one of those guys in the 4.4s, 4.3s. But CeeDee Lamb, I don't see how you miss here at pick 13. I really don't. Next, we got the Buccaneers. Before Tom Brady, I had them taking Jordan Love. But after Tom Brady, I got the Buccaneers taking Austin Jackson, offensive lineman out of the University of Southern California. Why, you might ask? Because they need a defensive lineman, they need a corner, and they need an O-lineman. and you want to know what kind of O-lineman they need, one to block for Brady. You got to go get one first round. That was my issue if Brady was to come to Chicago, because we ain't going to have no all-lineman next year. Go get Brady, an offensive lineman. You don't need receivers to build around Brady. You got Goodwin, you got Evans, you got O.J. Howard at tight end. Yeah, you might need some help at the running back position, but you're looking nice offensively. You're looking nice. Take your O-lineman. Give Brady a blocker. Next, pick 15. Shout out to my boy JD. He's a Broncos fan. The Broncos, I have them taking... Who do I have? Henry Ruggs. Henry Ruggs is a guy that I think his draft stock might have skyrocketed. Earlier this year, I would have had him as a day 2 selection. Obviously, ran the fastest 40 at the combine. Obviously, we know that skyrockets people all the time. Not necessarily deservingly so, but I think Henry Ruggs is one of those guys that he's going to make it work. I used to play fantasy football for the college football scene this past season. Henry Ruggs had some big games on fantasy, and I think he can continue that into the NFL. The Broncos are also a team that I'm looking at, and I'm like, you know what? I could go and be smart and take a corner or get an O-line. Nah. Take Henry Ruggs. Take him, and be happy you got him. Falcons, you're next, and you guys have pick 16. I got y'all taking Christian Fulton. I'm not going to lie to you. I believe Christian Fulton is the better of the 2 corners left on the board, and if you're not sure the other one, he's going to be next. LSU kid, Christian Fulton. I think he's the second best corner in this draft. The Falcons might find it differently. I have them needing an edge rusher, a defense lineman in a corner, and I think right here, great spot for Christian Fulton. I love Christian Fulton's game. I think he'll be fine here at pick 16. And the second corner off the board goes to the Cowboys at pick 17, and that is the corner out of Florida, C.J. Henderson. Some people think he's a better corner than Christian Fulton. Some people think he might be the best corner in the class. But I don't think that's the case. I got C.J. Henderson at 17 to the Cowboys. They need some help in the secondary. They need some help on the defensive line. And I think the best bang for your buck is with C.J. Henderson. All right. Next, we got the Dolphins. The Dolphins are all over the place on NFL.com for the month. But I got y'all taking Kayvon Chasen. You need an edge rusher, in my opinion. I don't see how you miss with Kayvon Chasen. Pick 18 for Kayvon Chasen is a decent pick. Kayvon Chasen's a guy that was at LSU this year. He impressed me from what I saw from him. Obviously, you get to watch a lot of Kayvon Chasen games when he's on the best team in college football. But he was real impressive to me. He really boosted his draft stock. He was a guy that I might have said was a day 2, maybe 3rd round pick at the beginning of the year. But Kayvon Chasen was a very good player. And I think Kayvon Chasen going to LSU is out of LSU going to the Dolphins is a very good pick up for the Dolphins. By the way, that pick is yellow, so I think it could be traded. The Raiders, you got that pick from my Bears, man. I swear I want this pick back. I really do. That was in the Khalil Mack trade. But I got y'all taking Kenneth Murray, linebacker out of Oklahoma. You guys need some linebackers. You need some corners. You need a quarterback possibly. But over here they have Patrick Queen. They got AJ Terrell. Nah, forget taking 2 LSU guys back to back. Yes, Patrick Queen's a good player. But you know what? Kenneth Murray was impressive this year too. And I think you take the guy at Oklahoma. I really don't have any explanation for that outside of the fact Kenneth Murray kind of feels more of a Raiders vibe than Patrick Queen, at least to me. Next, we got pick 21, the Jaguars. They got this from the Rams. This pick is yellow. I think it could possibly be traded. Over here, they got them taking guys like Travion Diggs, C.J. Anderson, Raekwon Davis, Justin Jefferson. Nah. I might be the only one to ever predict this. I got them taking edge rusher out of Iowa, AJ Epineza. I think this kid is going to be good. I've seen some of him, obviously, since he's in the Big Ten. You get to watch a lot of Big Ten games around here since I'm from Illinois. But I think AJ Epineza is the guy for the Jaguars at this selection. Obviously, you just missed out on Caleb Von Chasen. That'd probably be ideal. Maybe you could go Yetur Gross. But I got y'all taking AJ Epineza. Mostly because the other edge rusher on the board in Yetur Gross Matos kind of has some off the field problems. Yeah, we ain't gonna mention him, Penn State boy. We ain't gonna mention him, Yetur. Even though I've praised Yetur Gross for his game in the past. Next, we got pick 21. That belongs to Philadelphia. I think it's a no-brainer here. I have them taking T. Higgins. Over here, they got them all around the place. Kenneth Murray, Justin Jefferson, T. Higgins. I've been one to say T. Higgins is one of my top receivers on the board. Obviously, not. I still think he's better than Henry Ruggs, but I don't think he's better than Jerry Jeudy or CD. But he's definitely top 3, top 4 in my list of receivers in the class. I think you go get your possession receiver here. T. Higgins is the guy. T. Higgins, we saw him in the national championship game. He's just a workhorse, man. I love T. Higgins. I can't speak highly enough about T. Higgins. Out of Clemson, I got the Eagles taking him. Eagles fans, rejoice. You're going to have a good receiver now. Next, we got the Vikings, and I hate the Vikings, obviously, because they're rivals with Chicago. But the Vikings, I got y'all taking Laviska Shenault out of Colorado. Receiver, I got you guys needing a receiver. I got you guys possibly needing a quarterback. I got you guys needing an offensive line. I'm sorry, Vikings, I really am. But y'all just lost Stephon. So y'all gonna need Laviska. Laviska ain't even a bad player. Laviska is more of a route runner, if you ask me. But he could be a very good player. Next, I am not near any Patriots merchandise. Well, I guess I am. We got the New England Patriots up next, and I think it's obvious where you got to go. I think it is. I've had Jordan Love fall for the majority of this. I can tell you that Tom Brady is no longer in New England because he's with the Buccaneers. You missed out taking Lamar Jackson when you had the opportunity. I don't think you missed another opportunity. It's a golden opportunity. It's being handed to you. Jordan Love. Patriots fans, you're going to love Jordan Love. Utah State quarterback. He's a guy, second round kind of prospect earlier the year. He had a good year at Utah State. I think it's obvious you got to take Jordan Love here. Next, we got pick 24. That belongs to the New Orleans Saints. I'm not going to beat around the bush a little bit. Jeff Gladney, TCU cornerback. I think he's a very good guy to pick up here. The Vikings, once again, I got you taking Noah Igbenani, cornerback. I probably butchered your last name, Noah. Auburn. This is one of the guys I haven't seen much of outside of one game this season when he played Oregon. I don't know much about Noah, but I do know he's been rising on a lot of draft boards. And I was going to be honest with you, I kind of want to see him in Chicago because what I've been hearing about the kid is he's really dang good. But I would love to see Noah in a Chicago uniform so I can finally learn how to properly pronounce the kid's name. Next, I don't want to do this because I love the guy I'm about to say. Dolphins via Texans. A guy that probably should have been a top 15 pick, probably even top 10. Grant Delpit. We all know his injury that occurred to him late in the year last year. Safety out of LSU. I think Grant Delpit is probably the top safety on the board. If you ask me, I think he's better than Xavier McKinney. But obviously with injury concerns comes question marks on his draft stock, and that might even push him into the second round. And if Chicago is smart enough, hopefully they are, if he is sitting around in the second round, I would pick him up immediately. Grant Delpit, though, I got you dropping to 26th. You're a guy that I think probably should be top 10. Love everything about Grant Delpit's game. Next, we got the Seahawks at pick 27. Seahawks fans, I'm sorry, but you guys are bringing some problems in. I have you guys taking an edge rusher, and it just happens to be the edge rusher that I was referring to earlier that has some issues off the field, and that is your Turk Gross-Matos out of Penn State University. We're not going to discuss his off-the-field issues, but it definitely is going to push him down the board a little, you Turk. It's going to hurt you in the long run. That's why you got to be smart when you're in the public light. You feel me? Yeah, you're not just the public light, but you got to be smart at all times. It doesn't matter who you are, because that's always going to come back to bite you. And not even only that, there's no reason to do anything like that, you Tur. We're not going to go into the specifics of what Yetur Gross-Matos does or did off the field and in the locker. We're not going to talk about it, but I got you taking him. Hopefully the Seahawks. We know the culture in the Seahawks locker room. We got the Griffin Bros. I mean, it's just a positive environment. You got Russell Wilson, a very good role model. Let's just stray away from whatever has happened in Yetur's past. 28, we got the Ravens. I got the Ravens taking Patrick Queen. Yes, some people might think, you know what, why are you putting Patrick Queen so low? He should at least be top 20. I don't see it the same way as you might. LSU linebacker, I think he's very good. The Ravens, they need an edge rusher. They need a linebacker. They need defensive line. Everything about the Ravens is on the defensive side, if you ask me. Their offense is going to be great. Marquise Hollywood Brown is phenomenal. You got Lamar Jackson. You even have Mark Ingram being productive. But I really don't see how this is a bad pick. Patrick Queen to the Ravens. Keeping it in the purple. Keeping the purple and somewhat gold with the Ravens. Next, we got the Titans. Titans pick 29. I don't see many, if any, people taking a linebacker here for the Titans. And I don't see many, if any, people taking the guy I'm taking here with the Titans. They need an edge rusher. They need a quarterback, possibly. They just did re-sign Tannehill, but is he the answer to long term? I don't know. Some people are thinking maybe, take Jonathan Taylor, take Brandon Ayuk, offering all these solutions offensively. I don't think that's your issue. I think Derrick Henry can go be your workhorse. We all know what Derrick Henry does. Take Zach Bond, Wisconsin linebacker. That's who I got them taking. Just a well-rounded guy. He's gonna be a good player. I personally don't think he's going to be anything very special. He's just gonna be a very solid guy for you. I'll take Zach Bond here. Just fill up on a need. The Packers, I don't like the Packers. I don't like them. Get away, you cheesehead, you little freaking idiot. I swear to... Anyways, no disrespect to Packers fans. I love all of you. No, I don't. But pick 30, I got y'all taking Justin Jefferson. I got you guys need an offensive lineman. You need a tight end now that Jimmy Graham's gone. You need a receiver. Devontae's good, but let's add Justin Jefferson out of LSU. My man's good. My man's great. My man's gonna be fire in the NFL, and unfortunately, we're gonna have Buster Screen or Artie Burns guard him when he plays Chicago. Because we all know Devontae's getting guarded by Kyle Fuller. But I'm not going to be happy to see you in a Packers uniform. But Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, is a well-deserving first-round pick. Very good player out of the University of Louisiana State, LSU. All right, second to last pick 31. We got the 49ers up again. And the 49ers, I have them being smart. earlier in the draft. Who did I have them taking? I had them taking receiver CeeDee Lamb, and I still am keeping my word with the 49ers people. You're going safety. You're going safety. Maybe it's Grant Delpit if Grant Delpit falls. But you need to build the secondary, and in my mock draft, Xavier McKinney is sitting right there, and he's from Alabama, and we all know about the Alabama safeties. Just ask Eddie Jackson how great he was. Yeah, bear down, boys. But anyways, Xavier McKinney, I got you going to the 49ers. Congratulations. I hope you will do great. You can learn some stuff from Richard Sherman. And last and certainly not least, we got pick 32, the Chiefs. My mother told me, if you have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. So I'm not going to say anything outside of I have them taking DeAndre Swift, running back, Georgia. Mitch Trubisky was the right pick for us. Anyways, thank you for watching Mock Draft 1.0. I'm sure as we continue on this extravaganza of mock drafts being pushed out weekly, 2.0 next Wednesday and 3.0 the Wednesday after, which is the day of the NFL draft. I'm sure we will see a lot. You'll see a lot of me getting maybe worked up over stuff. Maybe we're going to have a trade, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep adding on to the list. It's going to be in the description below. You can go check it out. The teams that are listed in yellow are teams that could be traded, or that I think are possible to be traded. I'm not going to put trades in this video. Green, I think they're pretty much a lock at that position. And then when you go to positional needs, green means they've filled that position, and yellow means it is not a position that has been filled just yet. Anyways, we will be adding on to that in another video, which will be next week. I hope you guys did enjoy. Let me know who you guys got as your top 3. I don't, or you know what? Just let me know who you want your team to get. But I don't want a full mock draft in the comment section. Tell me, hey, man, I want the Eagles to get Justin Jefferson. Let me know who you want your team to get. And if you want, let me know your top 3 players off the board, whether it be Joe Burrow, Chase Young, and Jeff Okudah, or maybe you got Tristan Wirfs, maybe you got Justin Herbert, maybe you got Tua. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section below what you think about my mock draft and what you want your team to do. Anyways, this is very subject to change. As we know, a trade could happen at any time. Maybe the Seahawks don't need an edge rusher anymore. Maybe they just got somebody. Maybe I'm gonna look on this iPad and nothing happened, but maybe it's a subjective thing. So that's why I'm gonna make another one next week and the one after, which is going to be right before the NFL draft. But anyways, I will also be doing a live reactions. Not a live reactions, but like as I'm going to be filming my reactions to each pick. So it'll be like the Buccaneers are on the clock. The Buccaneers select Austin Jackson. I'll be like, decent pick. But you're going to see my reactions after on Thursday, you're probably going to see them Thursday night, maybe Friday morning, and then we're going to continue that as the draft continues, and I will come on here on the weekend after the draft is over, and I'll break down the Bears. I'm not breaking down everybody. I'm going to break down how the Bears did in the draft, and I will let you know my thoughts on the NFL draft. Anyways, please do hit the notification bell. Make sure you do subscribe if you want more NFL content. I like talking about a lot of things on this channel. Wrestling, football, basketball. We're going to have a plethora of it on this channel. So please, if you're interested in any of those and listening to my take on them, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. Make sure you do like the video. Make sure you do subscribe. And make sure you share with people. And if you want, go check out my link in the description, which is going to be this mock draft. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to go out. Peace. Gamers going out.